I just built a fully automated cartoon character dialogue video generator that can generate videos like this.
Peter, did you hear? Zuckerberg's flinging nearly $15 billion at Scale AI and hiring its 28-year-old boss to spark a super intelligence lab madness. Yes.
Freaking sweet. 15 billion? I drop 20 at the clam and get heartburn.
So we got the inspiration from this Instagram account. It has almost 200,000 followers with just 35 posts. The videos can easily get 100,000 views, and this one even got 3.3 million views. So now, let me show you how this AI video system works. So first of all, this setup pulls dialogue content from Google Sheets and turns it into characters from Family Guy, Peter, and Stewie. Generate voiceover using Fish Audio. Overlay characters PNGs, sync captions with Whisper, and then combine it all using CreateMate. Completely inside AndyNoCode and all automated. Let me show you how it works. First of all, we start by reading a row labeled pending from the Google Sheet. That's where you paste your idea, just a small concept or prompt. Then we get the latest TechCrunch post if you want to generate topical commentary. Then we pass the content to the script AI agent that writes a Family Guy style dialogue script. Stewie asks and Peter answers, full of jokes and clarity. Then the script gets split into parts and passed one by one into Fish Audio. Each speaker's voice is generated independently and uploaded. And then we'll sync those lines with Whisper to generate timed captions. And then comes the magic, we layer each character's PNG only during the speaking lines. Captions appear perfectly synced line by line. And finally, we combine it all together with CreateMate through the API. So you get a vertical meme-style commentary video fully automated. And the best part, no code at all. You just need to know how to drag and drop. If you're new here, my name is Andy, and I share easy-to-sell AI automation system like these every single week to help you kickstart your AI agency and quit your 9-to-5 job to pursue your dream. The full template is available in our community. You can just download this and import it to AndyNoCode easily. Just like this. And if you want one-on-one help getting this running or you want tech support, we got you covered that as well. Alright, so let's dive into the notes and I'll show you exactly how each part works so you can customize it for your own workflow. Alright, let's get started. So if you are in our community, you can just download this template and import this by clicking this 3 dots button, import from file, and then choose the JSON file of this template and then just import it. And you can see there are 3 sections. The first step is to extract the latest news from TechCrunch, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then the second step is to generate the voiceover. And the third step is to compile everything together to form the final video and update the Google Sheets. And let's focus on the first step first. Okay. In my past tutorial, I would just run node by node. But this time we have this node loop over items. I will run this workflow all at once, and I'm going to explain node by node after the execution. Then, before that, we need to prepare something first. So, first of all, we have a Google Sheet here ready. So we need to prepare the input video, the character name, the first character image, the second character name, the second character image, and of course, the voice, okay, voice ID. So as you can see, this is the input video. Let me click this. This is the gameplay video of Minecraft, okay? And you may see the link, the URL is under Supabase storage. And I'm going to show you how to set your Supabase first. Okay, so first of all, you go to Supabase, and after you register, you will click New Project. For example, I've created mine already. Then you'll go to Storage, okay? Then you click Create New Bucket, for example, AndyNoCode, Family Guy, and we must enable this as the public bucket, okay? Then we'll save. So we have a bucket here. Then we are going to upload the files here, for example, the Minecraft video we just have. Okay, so we are uploading this Minecraft video. And after that, we can click this 3 dots, get URL, and try to paste it. And you will see this is the video that we have. Okay. let me try to. You will see this is the video we have. Okay. You can actually paste the link here. Then for the article, for example, you can just choose a random TechCrunch article. For example, this is the one. Can Scale AI and Alexander Wang reignite Meta's AI effort? So we can just copy this link and paste it here. Then for status, there are two status you can choose from. We are going to choose pending because for our AI system, we just process those rows with pending status. Then of course, character A name, we can actually input Peter. Okay. And for the image, we are going to upload to Superbase as well. As you can see, this is the Superbase URL for the above example. So what we can do again, go back to the bucket, which is the public bucket that you just created. Upload files, upload Peter PNG. You can just find it online. Or if you want other characters, you can just choose your own characters and upload that as well. Again, click these three dots, get URL, and then paste the link here. For the character voice, I'm going to talk about later, but let's try to upload all the images first. So again, the second character is Stewie. We can upload the PNG here as well. Upload files, Stewie. Then we can get the URL here and actually paste it. Okay, so now we are going to find the voice, and this is actually the voice ID from Fish Audio. Alright, next we are going to get the voice ID from Fish Audio. So we can go to fish.audio, which is the AI speech model that we're going to use. They are an open sourced AI speech model, so you can actually install this in your local host. And we covered that in our previous tutorial as well. But today we are going to focus on the API usage for Fish Audio. And actually we are going to search for example, Stewie. Okay. And this is the one that we're going to use. And actually you can try to test the voice. You can actually click this.
Oh, Rupert, these quantum physics equations are simply fascinating, but Mother keeps insisting I join that dreadful playgroup.
Great. If you like this, you can actually click this three dots icon, copy model ID, and then go back to Google Sheets and paste it here. Okay. Then for Peter, we can go to search for Peter. We can search for Peter Griffin. Then we can choose this one, which has more likes. So we can actually click this. We can play the sample as well.
What the fuck did you just fucking say about me? You little bitch. I'll have you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al-Qaeda. What the fuck?
Great. So actually you can copy this model ID as well. Then paste it here. Okay. Then later I'm going to talk about how you can actually set up the API usage for Fish Audio. Okay. So let's double check. We have the input video ready, already uploaded to Superbase, the article URL ready, status pending, the character A, Peter, image ready, uploaded to Superbase, and the voice ID from Fish Audio ready, character B ready, image ready, voice ready. So for the outputs, we will just collect this link when the whole workflow is complete. Okay. When the whole workflow is completed. Okay. Let's focus on the first step first. For the first node, we call it a schedule trigger node. You can search from it here. Schedule trigger. So for this, when we double click this, we can see there are different trigger rules. Trigger interval, of course, you can choose seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months of custom. So for this schedule trigger, it will trigger the workflow to run on the schedule you define here. Okay. And you need to activate this if you want it to run it regularly, for example, once per hour, once per minute, etc. Okay. And in our tutorial, I will just turn this off first. And for this one, you can just input the values that you want. For example, if you want to put minutes, you can put 5 minutes, etc. Hours, etc. And for days, you can actually trigger it at a specific time. Okay. So we can just put this as an example, but you can just customize it in the way that you want. And for beginners here, you can see this is the configurations. And then on the right-hand side, we can see the output. When we click Test App, we will see the output here: timestamp, readable date, time, day of week, etc. Okay, and you will see this green check mark. It means that this node is executed successfully. Then in another node, we are going to add Google Sheet. Okay, you can connect with your own Google account. For example, you can click this pen icon, sign in with Google, then that's it. And you can actually choose Sheet within document as a resource. For operation, we choose get rows. And for document, please, you need to refer to your own Google Sheets. So for example, if you have our template and you will be linked to this Google Sheet, but it doesn't work for you because you can only view this Google Sheet. You cannot edit this Google Sheet. So please click File, make a copy, okay? And then remember to link this document back to your own Google Sheet, okay? And again, if you want to download our XML or Excel file for this Google Sheet example, please, if you just upload to your Google Drive and turn it into Google Sheet directly, it doesn't work because it will still be in .xml. So I suggest that you can just copy from the Google Sheets and then just paste it here. Or you can just go to our Google Sheet link and just click File and make a copy. So it's much easier. Okay, and refer to the sheet that you want. For example, we have sheet 1 here. Okay, and for filters, we're going to process only those are pending under the series column. Okay, combine filters, we choose and remember we are going to add this option, return only first matching row, because we only want to process one row each time. Okay, then we can click Test tab. So we can see the row number 6. Okay, everything is ready here. Then we are going to add a node called AI agent here. Okay, this one. For prompt, we're going to choose define below. And the prompt for the user message, we can click expression and launch this. And you can copy this. Here is the URL to the article. We can just drag and drop here. Okay. Please use HTTP request tool to get the article content and prepare for the script. You must return exact 8 objects in the array refer to 8 conversation script. Okay, so this is for the dialogue. Okay, and you can see on the right hand side, this is the result. This is the URL. Then we are going to enable this specific output format so that we can actually use this output parser. If we do not enable this output parser, this will not be seen. Okay, then for options, we are going to add one, and this is called system message. You can treat it like a system prompt. And we click expression and launch this. And we will say, you are an expert podcast script writer for a tech storytelling show. Given the following content, write a dialogue between Peter and Stewie bumping question, while Stewie asks and Peter answering. Mimic the way their characters speak, yet informative. Flows like the character voiceover, 150 to 200 words long, structured with a hook, context, breakdown, takeaways, and outro. And make it sound like both are talking exactly the way they talk in the family cartoon show, like warm, engaging jokes and easy to follow, include transitions and pauses where appropriate. And the response JSON you should return in following JSON format without any explanation. Okay, and this is the format. And we are going to take a look at the chat model here. We're going to choose, for example, let me try to remove the linkage first. You can actually choose from different chat models here, like OpenAI, Grok, Olama, etc. But we suggest that you can actually use OpenRouter. So for OpenRouter, you can just go to openrouter.ai, create your own account, click keys, create API key, name your API key, for example, Andy, create, copy your API key, go back, click this pen icon, paste it here. Okay, that's it. Then we are going to choose the model. As for the model, you can actually use GPT-4o or other LM models. But for this video, for demonstration purposes, I would like to share with you O3 Pro, because as we all know, it was just released a few days ago, and which is a really powerful model. So it is a really powerful model, like they use more compute to think harder and provide consistent, better answers. Of course, this probably will overkill. So probably O3 Pro is too much. It's kind of an overkill to use O3 Pro for this workflow. I don't suggest you use it on a side, so I'm just using this for demonstration purposes so that you can see if there's any difference if you use other models. Okay, again, you can choose other models, like cheaper models like 4.0 as well. Okay, I'm using O3 Pro just for demonstration purposes. All right, and we are going to add a tool called HTTP request. It's for making an HTTP request and returns the response data. Okay, because we are going to get the information from the news article, right? So for the description, makes an HTTP request and returns the response data. Get. And for this URL, we can just click this button, let the model defines this parameter. So you can see from AI URL, which is a string, you can just click this button. And we'll see it is defined automatically by the model. Authentication, we choose none. Everything, just disable them. Last but not least, we have output parser here. So we can click this, and there are three types. We will choose structured output parser. And it's returning data in a defined JSON format. When we click this, this is the defined JSON format that we have. So for schema type, we will choose generate from JSON example, enlarge this. So you can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dialogues template in total. And we have the speaker, text, voice ID. So this is the structure that we use. Okay, you can just copy and paste on your own as well. All right, so we can actually run this script AI agent. Okay, so you can see an error here in subnode open route chat model. OpenAI is requiring a key to access this model, which you can add in this URL. So we can just go to the URL. So we can just go to this URL and add the OpenAI key, or you can just switch to the other model. But again, for our demo purpose, I'm just going to use this O3 Pro model, which is a new one, and you can use other cheaper model. So this is just for demo purpose, okay? So that you can see your results and mine. You can compare which one you like more. O3 Pro probably will overkill, okay? Like, I mean, it's too powerful for this workflow, okay? Okay, so let me try to run this again. Okay, let's check everything. Okay, great. So let me try to run this again. Okay, so it's completed. Let's check the result. Okay, so this is the output. All right. All right, so actually you can see the result here, and these are the 8 outputs because okay, so we can see the output here. Basically, this is based on the structured output parser here. So based on this format. So again, for this model, O3 Pro probably overkill. You don't need a that powerful model to run this because at the end of the day, we just need 8 dialogues, right? All right, so let's go to step 2. For step 2 is where we are going to generate the audio, and we are going to add a note here. Split out is turning a list inside item to separate items. Because we have $8, right? And we have output 1 item here. We want to split it out into 8 items. So we want this note to do this for us. So when we click this, fields to split out, which is this output, then we can click test out. Okay, let me try to right click and pin this note. Because later on, when we want to run this loop over items, we need to run the whole workflow again. And I don't want to wait for a long time, or just I don't want to spend a token on generating a script again. So I can just pin the note. Then you can see the data is pinned. That means that this output, this note will not be processed again, but the data will be stored here and it will be processed later on. So starting from this loop of items node, I'm not going to run it node by node. I'm just going to click test workflow all at once after I explain all the nodes details. Because again, for this loop over items, I cannot run it node by node, okay? For this loop over items, we can actually search from here. It's for splitting data into batches and iterate over each batch. And the reason why we need to use this loop of items is that there is a concurrency limit for fish audio. Okay, so that's why we need to use it. And we're going to input to batch here. Okay. For the loop, so this is the loop cycle. Okay. So we are going to create 8 audios. Until it's done, it will process through this. Okay. So first of all, we are going to add an HTTP request node here. It's for asking fish audio to generate the audio. So we use post method api.fish.audio v1 TTS text to speech. So for authentication, we will choose generic credential type, and generic auth type we will choose header auth. And under header auth, we click this pen icon. We put authorization as name. Then for the value, please be aware of that. We need to go to fish audio, go have an API, and then API key. So actually you can click API here, API keys. Then you can create secret key. Okay. So you can name it. After you name it, you will get your secret key. But before you copy that secret key, you need to type bearer. Bearer. For bearer, it means BEARER and space, and then paste your API key. So again, we need to type bearer. Let me show. Bearer, space, and then API key. So you need to paste your API key here. Okay. So for example, your API key is this: bearer space API key. Then you can click save. Okay. All right. So after you set up your header auth, you will just enable send body. For body content type, we'll choose JSON, specify body using fields below. Then there are a few body parameters we need to set. First, this is the text. For text, it means the dialogue. Okay. Then voice IDs, it is for the voice ID here is for the reference ID. Then for the speaker, it is referred to file name. So we can actually click here, split it out. You can see the speaker is referring to the character, and text is referring to the dialogue. Voice ID, okay, it's referring to the fish audio ID. Okay. Then we are going to, let's double check. Okay, everything's ready here. For the next node, we are going to add another HTTP request node. This time we are going to store the audio to Supabase. Okay. So we'll go, and now we're going back to Supabase. We'll go to project settings, then data API. You can find your project URL here. Okay. So you can copy and replace this part. Again, you must replace it to your own project ID. Okay. Then we are going to replace another part. This is the bucket name. Okay. We are going to back to Supabase and then storage. So for example, this is my bucket name. I'll just put NN family guy. Okay. So this is the one. This is the link that I would like to have. This is the URL that I'm going to use. So again, we need to change two things: the project URL and also the public bucket name. Okay, let's double check again. Same. Okay. Then we're going to talk about the authentication. We'll choose predefined credential type, and we're choosing Supabase API. You can click the drop-down menu, create new credential, and for this part, you can actually go back to project settings, data API, copy this URL, then paste it here. For the secret, for the service row secret, we can go here, go to API keys. This is the service row secret key. Refill, then paste it here. Okay. As I've already created mine, so we can just choose it here. Let's double check. Okay. Same URL. Okay, so that's it. Then we are going to enable the send body. For body content type, we will choose NaN binary file data because we have the audio file here. Okay. Next, we are going to add a node called edit fields, or we call it a set node. So it's for modifying, adding, or removing items fields. For mode, we'll choose menu mapping. For file key, so there are two fields we need to set. The first one is the file key, which is referring to the key that we got it from the previous node, which is the super base node. And then for the speaker, it is referring to the character, okay? And we are going to get it from the from this node, okay? This one. So for beginners here, for JSON dot, it means it's referring to previous node. And then for other nodes, you can see it's specified here, okay? And we need to add dot item as well. So let's suppose that we have looped this for 8 times already. When it's done, we're going through this path, okay? So we are going to add another edit fields node, menu mapping, and the field we are going to set is the URL. And again, we need to change our project URL here to your own one, okay? Then everything is set. For the speaker, just choose JSON speaker. It's referring to the previous node, okay? Then we are going to add another HTTP request node. It's for downloading the audio. So we are going to use get method this time. Then URL, just referring to the previous node. For this, another HTTP request node. And this time, we are going to do the transcription with OpenAI Whisper. And now we're going to use post method, and we are calling this URL api.openai.com audio/transcription. For authentication, we'll choose predefined credential type, and we choose OpenAI. And when you click create new credential, you can just paste your API key without changing anything. Or you can just change the name of this credential, okay? Then you will enable send body. For the body content type, we'll choose form data. Parameter, we choose form data. And the name will be timestamp _ granularities. And there are 2 brackets here. The value we'll put word. Another form data, this time we put model. We are using Whisper 1 model. Another form data, we put response format, verbals JSON. Last but not least, we have the NaN binary file as the parameter type, and we put file as the name and data as the input data field name. Okay, so after step 2, we are going to talk about this step 3, video compilation. So we are going to combine everything together to form this final video output with CreateTomate. So we have this edit fields. Note, we are going to do menu mapping as well. There are 4 fields to set: text, duration, URL, and speaker. So for text, it's the dialog. So for this is a duration. So we have this, it's referring to the previous node because in the previous node we had completed the transcription with OpenAI Whisper. Okay. Then we are going to add the URL here as for getting the audio. Last but not least, we are going to set the field for speaker. Okay. And we are going to aggregate everything together. Aggregate here. Combine the field from many items into list in a single item. Okay, this one. All items into a single list, data, all fields. Then for this and other edit fields, it is a JSON. So we are going to choose JSON. Customize item output with JSON. Expression and log this. You can just copy and paste this to your own. Okay, and I'm going to show you the structure here. So first of all, the template ID. I'm going to share with you how we can get the template ID. Okay, first of all, we go to CreateTomate. Then we can go to templates, get started, new, and we can start from scratch. As we are going to build a short, we're going to choose vertical, create template. Okay, exit tutorial. And we're going to click use template, API integration, and you will find this is the template ID. Okay, you can copy and paste it to yours. Okay, and I'm going to show you how we can actually use CreateTomate to build the template. So first of all, if you just want to save time, you can click this source editor, and then you can actually download our JSON file, and actually you can drag and drop to your browser. Then you can find this JSON. Okay, so you can actually open this JSON, and then you can copy all and click this source editor again. Try to remove this and paste it here. Okay, so actually it is just a template that you can build manually here. So if you don't have this JSON, if you don't have this file, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can build your own manually here. So as you can see, for the track 1 is the video. Okay, you can just put it here. Okay, so this is a video, and then let me try to zoom in. So this is the audio. So we have in total 8 audios. Okay, it doesn't matter for the length here because we'll customize it in the end later. It's just a template. Okay, then subtitles, 8 subtitles as well, which is the dialogue. Okay, so you can choose your own format for your subtitle, your style. Okay, you can customize it on the right hand side. Okay, and then for image, 1, 2. Okay, 1, another image, another image. Okay, so for the video, it's like the Minecraft video, of course. Okay,
Fit users.
Well, if
so let me try to play this once.
Alright, let's finger cross that this launch is as grand as they claim. Otherwise, it's just another centerpiece in the digital junkyard. Ah, well, that sounds slightly more enticing. But will it really work? Or are we just barking up the wrong tree here?
Yeah, so you can see the caption is not matching, the time is not matching, but this is okay. It's just a template. It's just a template. We'll customize and improve everything later. Okay. So it's where we're going to customize things here using the API. Okay. And I'm going to tell you how we can set the Creatome API later. First of all, we're going to set this JSON. After we have the template ID, and then we have the modifications for video source, we'll go to Google Sheets. Input video, which is the Minecraft video. We can drag and drop here. Don't forget the quotation mark here. Okay, for the video duration, this is the sum of the subtitles of the audio duration. Okay, in total 8 audios. Okay, so 1 video duration, we need to add them all up. Okay, then for audio source, we just put the relevant URL here. We have 8 audio tracks, right? Like, because it was a dialogue. Then for subtitle duration, it's just referring to the audio duration. For image source, we just want to see if the speaker is actually Peter. If not, we are going to use another image, which is the image of Stewie. So if you are not using the Family Guy as your image or name, you are not using Peter, so you may need to change the name here. Okay. Then for the image duration, it's the same as the audio as well. Okay. We need to add in total 8 duration as well. So video source, video duration, 8 audio sources, 8 subtitles, durations, and then 8 image sources and 8 image durations. And then for this include other input field, we just disable this. Okay. Okay, 2 more notes. Another HTTP request note is for Creatomate this time. So we're going to use this api.creatomate.com/v1/renders. Generic credential type, we choose header auth at this time. Let me show you how we can create this. Create new credential. So you can click new credentials here because I've created already. I'm going to show you how you can build this. So you can, let me click this. So first of all, for name, we put authorization. Then we go to Creatomate. Use template, API integrations. Okay, so you can find authorization, bearer, and the API key. So you can see ... here. So it is not completed here. So you can copy it and paste it somewhere, and you will copy bearer and your API key. Okay. Again, this is not your complete API key. You can see the ... here. Okay. So you need to copy to clipboard and paste it somewhere safe, and just copy this bearer and your API key. And put it here. Remember, it's bearer space. Don't forget a space. Okay. Then you will enable send body. So for body content type, we choose JSON. Specify body, we choose using JSON. JSON, we just input JSON. Okay. JSON, we just put JSON here. Okay. So everything is ready. Last but not least, Google Sheets. This time we're going to update a row, same Google Sheets, and then mapping column mode, we choose map each column manually. column to match on, we choose row number. Okay, so for this, it's referring to the Google Sheet No, which is the first one, and we need to add this first. It means that it is referring to first item. Okay, and then for status, we choose completed. Output just the URL. Okay, because we're going to update the status as completed, and we would like to input the output URL. Okay, so let's save it. All right, so let's try to run everything now. So it's now calling, and it's now calling the Fish Audio API and try to generate the audio. Okay, so let's take a look at the result. Let's refresh. Okay, this is the output.
Peter, did you hear? Zuckerberg's flinging nearly $15 billion at Scale AI and hiring its 28-year-old boss to spark a super intelligence lab madness. Yes.
Freaking sweet. 15 billion? I drop 20 at the clam and get heartburn. Zuck drops billions hoping robots label cat pics faster than Chris eats chips.
But why Scale?
Okay, so that's pretty nice, right? Okay, so that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to join our community, and we provide one-on-one tech support over there as well. And let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. I'll see you in our next video.